Alright everyone, enter this madness then. A male escort is now suing Cassie, alleging that she covertly aborted their child and gave him herpes. You all heard me correctly. Diddy is also involved in all of this. Thus, Clayton Howard, a male escort, is the man at the center of everything. In the past, when he was purportedly paid to attend Diddy's infamous freak-off parties, he went as Dave. Now, Clayton often attended these freak-off parties, and I must say that the things he is accusing Cassie of are outrageous. He is saying that Cassie began having unprotected sex with him at these events back in the early 2010s. He now claims that she reportedly gave him herpes and that she was the one who pushed everything. Furthermore, he asserts that she became pregnant through his intervention and then secretly aborted the child without ever informing him. However, Cassie is not the end of it. Clayton is suing Diddy as well. He now alleges that Diddy forced him to take part in these freak-offs, controlled his emotions, and trafficked him across state lines for you know what. He now claims that Diddy's group will arrange for him to stay in motels, transfer funds, and arrange for his departure. This is a brand new lawsuit. Although the case was only filed a few days ago, Diddy is the subject of a broader court drama. As you may recall, Cassie filed a lawsuit against Diddy last year, alleging years of control, rape, and abuse. Diddy has been the target of more than 50 lawsuits since then. Alright, 50 lawsuits. As you are all aware, this man will need to make some money. Online users are also inquiring. How does he know that Cassie is the source of the STD? And can he actually demonstrate that the child she aborted was his? However, this is one item that people are overlooking. A criminal lawsuit and a civil case are extremely different. This implies that the evidence need not be as compelling. It's more about demonstrating financial and emotional harm. And many people are raising an eyebrow at the idea that he's finally coming for it after all these years of silence. We were already aware of Diddy's strange interests. Alright, it's likely that Diddy would try or do a lot of things. However, it seems to me that learning this about Cassie is shedding fresh light on her. For example, is she truly the victim she presents herself as? I will now show this video in which Clayton Howard discusses this matter. I would appreciate it if you could listen to this and let me know your thoughts on the matter. Who do you trust? Do you think this male escort is being open and honest? Do you think his lawsuit has merit? Please share your thoughts with me in the comment section below. All I have to offer is that. And listen.
To lie about Cassie to get a conviction against this guy. He's guilty anyway. So I'm not going to help them lie for Cassie to make this lie look better. I'm going to tell the truth. I'm going to speak about what she actually did to me and people I'm about to go public. Because the truth is that the jury and the prosecution and the people deserve to know the truth about Cassie. This should not be held. This should not be hidden. It should not be buried so she's allowed to use an excuse that Diddy made me do it. When there's a man who sat in a room with her 8 years that can say, no, he did things to her, but he didn't do that. People, I'm not for Diddy. I'm fucking not for Diddy. And when you read this book, you'll realize there's no way I'm for Diddy. People, I'm telling them everything that he did. But I'm also telling them what Cassie did. Because a true man of truth tells the truth. He doesn't favor one side or the other.
So good morning. I am Dave, the man who has just sued Cassandra Ventura for damages involved in the Sean Combs sex trafficking trial. And I'm looking through social media and I see a lot of the women out there, particularly black women like myself, who choose to victim shame me and try to do everything they can to discredit me, because the truth is that the loss of the Sean Combs trial was a loss to the Me Too movement and to hating women like the women who are trying to insult me. So let me tell you something, you women out there who would like to insult me. This is my story. I was paid by Cassie, Cassandra Ventura, for 8 years to be her male provider. I didn't have to be the best looking guy. I was the best in bed. And because I was the best in bed, guess what? I was given this arrangement. I was coerced. I was drugged. I was manipulated with promises of money and gifts for over a period of 8 years to continue to be this woman's provider at her expense and at the expense of Diddy. Now, at the time, legally, I didn't know my rights as well as I do now. I didn't create this conflict with Cassandra Ventura. She created it with me. She's the one who decided to bring up things that happened over 10 to 15 years ago to hold Sean Combs accountable for what was a partial truth. She's the person who introduced me to the U.S. Attorney's Office. She's the person who told the U.S. Attorney's Office about our relationship. So in essence, those out there who want to hate on me, who want to say that I'm attacking Cassie, you should realize the truth, that Cassandra Ventura, your idol, did this to herself. She exposed herself to liability when she got on the stand and decided to mention me as the male escort who was with her when she overdosed and Diddy made her have sex with him. That was a lie, people. Cassie had just woke up from sleeping 8 hours. Myself and Sean Combs were exhausted. We wanted to go home. Cassie's the one who forced that sexual encounter. People, she tells you that Sean Combs made her have sex on her menstrual cycle. I can't speak for anyone else but myself. But I know the one time that did happen, that Sean Combs was not responsible for that Cassie, in a drunken, intoxicated, hormonally imbalanced state due to her period, manipulated and forced herself on me during her menstrual cycle. And what I mean by that is I had no knowledge she was on her menstrual cycle because the room was completely dark. She manipulated the room. She manipulated the environment to get what she wanted, and then she totally got up like I was the one who should have been grateful. You're on your period. That's disgusting, and I deserved more respect than that. As a man, if I had laid down with a woman and forced myself on her and orgasmed in her and she got up and it was leaking out of her, guess what? I would have raped her. So by statute, by case law definition, Cassandra Ventura sexually assaulted me. I'm not looking to destroy Cassie. I've given Cassie more than a year to settle this before things got out of control. The problem is she's being supported by women like you who choose to attack male victims instead of accept the truth, which is that a woman could have lied to get revenge on the ex-boyfriend who broke her heart and hurt her. It happens, people. They say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned, and that's true. If you hurt some women, they will do everything in their power. If you hurt some men, they'll do everything in their power to hurt you. But I want to end this by saying this. Cassie did this to herself. They say he who sets out on a course of revenge should dig 2 graves. People, Cassie dug the grave that is Clayton Howard herself. Cassie got on the stand trying to destroy Diddy. She should have took her $20-30 million and walked into the sunset, people. She should have never gotten on the stand and created further liability for herself by telling more of the lie that she created to get this man sent to prison for his life. She made a mistake when she got on the stand, people. She made a mistake when she got on the stand and lied about the events with Clayton Howard. Clayton Howard is a victim of Cassandra Ventura. Clayton Howard didn't ask to be in a relationship with Cassandra Ventura while she was sleeping with numerous men per week. I get it. You all think I was a nasty male prostitute sleeping with women, all different women all the time. It actually didn't work like that. To have certain types of people that can pay you that well, what you really have to do is you have to focus on people who are affluent. And affluent people don't engage in activities like that. So I might have had a client once a month. The truth is I was only a male escort for 2 years. I continued in the profession because Cassie and Diddy continued to pay me very well, and I was an ex-con. I needed money. I was trapped in a situation. I'll admit that. I didn't know what to do. But does that mean I should be victim shamed because the same thing that happened to women all the time happened to me as a man? No. And for those women out there, for you black women who choose to shame me as a black man for telling my truth, you should be ashamed of yourself. That's probably pretty much all I have to say. You will not see me too much in the media. I don't need the public to believe me. I just need a jury of my peers and 12 people to believe me in the court. And thanks to the testimony of Cassie during the trial of Sean Combs, I have that. Thank you for watching. Stop victim shaming. Thank you.